What up, what up, what up? What is going on, y'all? I'm sorry, I'm being a bobblehead at the moment. The things I need are over there, so I need to grab them. This and my 2 cigarettes boxes. Right there. I'm Casper. How you doing?
Boom.
So, I said I thought I'd come on here for a few minutes before I take off again. See here. This is not it. Do you mind if I change the music? Asshole.
Look. She came from behind her.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's not what I was looking for. That looks badass. Yeah, with the fucking video. Graphics. Estamos aquí fumando marihuana. No sé qué pensar y no sé qué decirte, pero aquí estoy de otra cosa. Fumando marihuana, nunca lo voy a dejar. Acéptame como lo soy o te puedes largar. Fuck what you say, fuck what you got, fuck what you did. Nothing really matters in this world today. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Let the world be hating cause they don't know what is going on in their personal life. Never gonna make it. I lost it. Living in this world, never gonna let it go. Living in this crazy world. Estando aquí pensando en todo lo que me hagas. Solo lo que quiero es para amarte. Amarte y tenerte mi voz. Ah, shit. Amarte, tenerte en mi corazón, siempre mis pulmones. Never gonna let it go. I'll be doing it in English, doing it in Spanish, never gonna let it go. Got that Mary Jane all up in my brain. I can never speak about a different thing. She's all that got me going in my brain. I love her all up in my veins. Going insane. So tell me, how do you like to get high? What you be smoking on? Rolling up, smoking a blunt, I don't know. But taking this time, gonna get another roll. Never gonna let go. Gonna get it all up in this motherfucking love. Here we go with 1, 2, 3, and we gonna see you later. Here we go. You ready?
Well, you got the subject check.
Yeah. Wondering how you can. Uh, my brain doesn't want to release. Always stuck on this motherfucking world. Whoa. Can you pass me the bong that's next to you? Oh my gosh. Go away. Chingada madre. Dude, my game has so many fucking pop-ups. It's not even funny. Like, no mami. It's fucking crazy. Fucking craziness. Oh. Fucking assholes.
You make people like me so you can point your fucking fingers. I said that's the background. Will I make you good? You're not good. You just know how to hide. That's life. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always apologize. Even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy.
Why the world always struggling to keep it real, never gonna let it go. Why we living in this crazy world, why we gotta let them every good. I almost had it, I gotta rewind it. Let me get back into it. It was with what he was saying. I was getting into that. Why this world we go and live? Why they gonna hate like this? People always gonna be stuck in this motherfucking world, never gonna change. Why we gotta hide? Why we gotta believe the lies? Things are gonna change one day. It's really up to us to make the difference, to make a change. Never gonna let it go away. Until you speak your mind, never gonna hold back, never gonna change my ways. Probably a lot of you don't even know you're motherfucking right. That's crazy, that's side to side. Knowing you're a menace, knowing fucking all your rights, never gonna let it go. The government wants to take your guns, you're saying fuck it, here's my guns. Why we gotta be so stupid when the government officially gave us I can't lost it. You need to stop. Sipping on this Mary Jane, I'll never let her go. Gonna keep her in my brain and never let her go. Got her in my brain, going insane. Sipping on this Mary Jane. What you smoking over there? Let's take a dive, let's get high, get high. You wanna get to my left on the slow smoke. Get it going, never gonna take it too. Never gonna say no to Mary Jane, but that's the only drug I'll ever do. Wait, She's not a jerk, she's just an urban. I'm in love with it. I'm never gonna let her go. I'm just a little brainwashed now. Trying to get over it. A government's a bitch, I'll never fucking forget it. You wanna smoke some more with me? Before we take off?
That's it. You'll need to stop.
That bitch keeps popping out. Or stay. Y'all, I like using screens in my bongs. Keeps the weed from going into the bong and making a mess. Bongs. Oh, bongs.
Sorry, guys. She has bombs. They go off like
Keep talking your caca.
I know that goes.
10:30.
Same one that we have.
Uh,
The one that we had at the house.
yeah.
It's the same the one that you had.
I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just going.
I was taking that off.
Can you turn off the light for a few minutes so I can see what the fuck I'm doing here? Thank you. I went way the fuck back.
Why don't you go back?
Look at how sexy I look. Look at how sexy I look.
I'm not sure if I turn the light, you're brighten up the screen.
Fuck you, bitch.
No, I'm serious.
Fuck you, bitch.
No, I'm serious.
type of videos you would like to see on this channel. Thanks. Let's start with Snoop's criminal record. Snoop is unlike any other rapper in the industry. Although he came up from the streets, he actually had a loving mother and stepfather right there next to him, who tried their best to keep him on the straight and narrow. As such, the legendary icon only fell into the wrong crowd when he was 19, resulting in his first ever arrest. This was in respect of a felony drug possession charge, as well as another for holding with the intention of selling. Since the drug in question was cocaine and the word on the street was that Snoop was a low-level member of the Rollin' Crips, it wasn't difficult to find a judge who would convict him. But this wasn't the last time that Snoop would find a name for himself in the California courtroom. In fact, drug possession with the intention to sell was nothing compared to what he was accused of 3 years later. You see, although he was essentially acquitted of the charge, Snoop found himself in the midst of a pretty intense murder trial. This was the resultant of a bout of gang violence that Snoop was involved in back in 1993, which saw him being slapped with a first-degree murder charge. According to reports, he was driving a Jeep at the time with his bodyguard and longtime friend McKinley Lee, otherwise known as Malik. And when he finally arrived at his apartment complex, he was shocked to see a group of rival gang members sitting there waiting for him. And it didn't help that these were the same gangbangers that he and Malik had recently beefed with, led by the infamous Philip Wondermarian, better known as Little Smooth. Rather than avoiding confrontation, Snoop sped up to the group, who were apparently enjoying some Mexican food, and started to cuss them out for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Suffice to say, things escalated quickly when Malik stood up to the top of Jeep and pulled his pistol out for all to see. Before Little Smooth was able to react, the pistol went off, causing the rival gang member to fall lifeless to the ground. Being only 21 years old at the time, Snoop decided to slam his foot down on the accelerator, speed away from the incident, and regretfully not calling the cops. The trial was a long one, and it looked bad that Little Smooth was not found packing at the time. But as it turns out, one of his friends had actually hidden his weapon from the police, showing that there had always been an intention to start things. Luckily for Snoop, this was the nail in the coffin needed to secure the withdrawal of the charges that had been set against him, with Malik being the one who had actually pulled the trigger. But the rest of the Rollin' Crips knew that Malik didn't do anything without the direction of Snoop, who had clearly asked him to react with the violence that he did. This was far from the last time that Snoop was involved with the law, though. In fact, in both 1994 and 1995, he fought another set of charges in connection with an attempted murder case, showing that he hadn't calmed down since the 1993 murder charge. He also pleaded guilty to assault charges in 1997, but escaped liability by promising to use his platform to speak against violence. For doing so, he got off scot-free with just 3 years of probation. 2002 was then a big year for Snoop. It looked like he had turned over a new leaf by indicating to his fans that he had given up both drugs and women. But this didn't stop things from getting a bit hairy the next year when he was implicated in a civil rape case. That being said, Snoop quickly countersued the plaintiff for extortion, causing the both of them to drop their cases and carry on as if nothing had happened. Snoop also has a history of being banned from airports after having a string of misunderstandings take place. He was banned from flying on British Airways after he and his entourage started a fight and used a disturbing amount of threatening language whilst on the scene. He was also detained in John Wayne Airport in 2006 for carrying a collapsible police baton in his bag. Just a few months later in October, he was arrested in Bob Hope Airport in Burbank for being in possession of both marijuana and a firearm, a situation which didn't stop him from doing the same in November after performing on The Tonight Show. Suffice to say, Snoop has always been ready for a fight with some form of weapon on him, and the fact of the matter is that he isn't at all scared to elevate things to the level of intense violence. So it's really no wonder that other rappers avoid beefing with the OG, as this would probably be the last thing they would ever do, literally. Snoop has more success than any other OG on the scene, but it's really more than that. As much as people fear him for what he has done and continues to do, rappers tend to take a wide berth from the OG because of how successful he is. Not only does he have a lucrative music career, he has also made a name for himself by doing voice work for mainstream video games like Call of Duty, created an Olympics commentary alongside Kevin Hart, which hit new degrees of virality, a number of podcasts as high as a kite, and has gone on to cameo in some of the greatest movies of all time. Suffice to say, Snoop is an absolute legend of the industry. And it goes without saying that his fan base would do anything to make him happy, from speaking out against celebrities he has beef with to intentionally attempting to cancel them in an effort to bring an end to the beef. And to a certain extent, a social media death is a lot more damning to celebrities and influencers alike than the threat of physical violence. You can recover from a physical attack after all, but in some instances, a cancellation can cause you to lose your livelihood. The D.O.G.G. might be a tad unhinged. That being said, Snoop has calmed down in recent years, even admitting to the fact that he regrets being so misogynistic when he was younger. He even squashed a beef that had been brewing between him and Eminem when he refused to acknowledge the white rapper as being one of the top 10 lyricists in the world, claiming that it was the fact that he was with Dr. Dre that got him the place on the list. But not all beefs and bouts of misogyny have come to an end. Back in 2014, for example, he went on to post a picture of an albino homeless woman with cornrows, captioning it, Iggy Azalea, no makeup. And while the rest of the world was rolling on the floor laughing, the Australian fancy singer was not about to take the jab lying down. She hit back at Snoop on Twitter, calling him two-faced. In her own words, every time I've ever spoken to you, you've always been nice as hell. I'm disappointed you'd be such an ass for no reason. And while everything seemed to be over, Snoop came back for a vengeance in an offensive video in which he said the following to Iggy. Say you're with the wrong N-word, and your N-word better check you before I do you funky. Yeah, you. Suffice to say, the public saw a different side of Snoop that day. It seemed as if the rapper was going through a midlife crisis, but there's nothing more dangerous than a man unhinged. But what do you think about the reasons for him being feared? Is it a combination of them all that strike fear into the hearts of rappers, or is there one in particular that caught your attention? Feel free to let us know in the comment section down below. That's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and comment below who you would like to see next. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're new to the channel to be notified when we upload more content. Thanks for watching.
Good. Fucking ripoffs. Say fucking ripoffs.
He's been called one of the greatest artists of all time.
If my shit does have some type of mass appeal to it, then that's good. You know what I'm saying? It reaches a wider audience, but I don't try to compromise myself for nobody.
And the best rapper in the world.
Jay-Z, Notorious B.I.G., Tupac, those few people mentioned, none of them, not even close, had the sort of impact that he did.
One of music's most controversial performers. He's caused offense with everyone from Christina Aguilera to President George W. Bush.
I love the media. I thank God for the media because you guys give me shit to talk about.
He was like almost like a Siri, he was a voice. He was the only one that was actually kind of telling the truth.
Always making headlines. He's married the same woman twice and being sued by his mother.
Is he a violent person? Is he a bad husband? Is he still an addict or an alcoholic? A real life soap opera, for lack of a better term.
He is the poet of his generation, and he sold over 86 million albums to prove it.
It's impossible to copy. You can't clone that guy. You can't be a derivative white rapper. No one can even touch the guy.
In a world of manufactured pop and manufactured rock,
I had to fix
this
up my nails.
is a
I couldn't do
true
it no more.
artist.
He is the king of
Hey
hip
y'all,
hop,
let me get off of here.
a Will Smith
I will talk to y'all later.
extraordinaire.
I love this.